In this video, we'll learn how to do long division in ModMath, how to write fractions, and use the comparison tools. So we're going to go ahead and start by using this plus symbol at the top to make a new piece of work. And I'm going to go ahead and enter it. So let's do a division problem. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger just because I have old eyes. So we're going to do 96 divided by 8. Again, we need to make this problem vertical. We need to make it up and down, actually a little bit smaller. So the first thing I do is I select my square where I want to start. I'm going to take that division symbol, and just like if I was writing with a pencil, I drew my division symbol, then I put the number that's going to be divided, and then the number that we will be dividing by. And now I can go ahead and do the math. So 8 goes into 9 one time. 8 times 1 is 8. That's subtraction. So it did not automatically draw a line underneath, so I'm going to add my own line. Came in perfectly. 9 minus 8 is 1. Bring down my 6. 8 goes into 16 2 times. So I put that up there. 8 times 2 is 16. So it's going to be a subtraction problem. 16, 0, 0. So now I am done, and I have solved that 96 divided by 8 is 12. I'm going to make that just a little bit smaller. We're going to move on to a harder problem this time. It's going to have a remainder. So we're going to do 96 divided by 9. So again, the first thing I do is make that division symbol. 96, and I place my 9. Whoops. Now that's good. If I need to erase something, I'm going to go ahead and use that clear button. And clear it again. Okay, 96 divided by 9. 9 goes into 9 one time. If I put my minus sign, 9, it's going to see my subtraction problem. That's 0. Bring down my 6. 9 can't go into 6, so I put my 0 up there as a placeholder. And then that means I'm going to subtract 0. So now I have 6 left, so that can be my remainder. So I go up to the top and I use the remainder symbol, which is the little r under the division symbol. Remainder 6. So now I know that 96 divided by 9 is 10 remainder 6. And I've solved that problem. The next thing we're going to look at is how to write fractions. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit more. So to do that, I use the fraction tool, which is the A over B. If I tap that, you'll notice it drew a line to divide the cell in half, and now I can write 1 and a 2 to make it 1/2. And if I come over here, I can do the same thing to write 1/4 or 1/4. And now let's look at some of our comparison symbols, because those are things we might want to use. So 1/2 would be what compared to 1/4? 1/2 would be greater than 1/4. So I can go to my comparison symbol in the keyboard and put in greater. Let's do another problem. Let's make another fraction. We'll do 3/4. You'll notice I have to tap to get between the numerator and the denominator. And let's say, oops, you know what? Let's do 1. So 3/4 is, compared to 1, 3/4 would be less than 1. So I can use less than. The other thing to note is that these less than and greater than symbols also have contextual menus associated with them. So I can say that it is greater than, or greater than or equal to as well. And that's how we get those symbols in there. And those are the comparisons. So that is, oops, and I didn't mean to say 3/4 is greater than less than. I can hit undo, and there's my 1. So that is how you use ModMath to do long division, to write fractions, and use the comparison symbols. You can then again continue on adding, dividing, multiplying, subtracting fractions like you would normally, like you saw in the previous video. Again, just a reminder that if you want to share your work, you can use the little sharing arrow, and choose a variety of different apps that you have on your iPad. And also that you can change the background of the graph paper for your students' visual preferences and needs. Thanks so much.